morning and welcome to another roller coaster ride as we get through COVID. Cathy Sabater, mortgage planner and proud veteran. What's happening? Footloose. Feds are playing it real loose with inflation. So stocks are higher, mortgage bonds are lower. So remember, when mortgage bonds are lower, that means interest rates are trending upwards. The Feds have started their 2-day meeting, so we'll get their statement tomorrow around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, their comments would be hopefully focused on inflation because remember, they had mentioned they wanted to keep everything at 2% average, right? So CNBC did a survey on some economists, and guess what they said? 40% of these economists think that the Feds are going to let inflation run for 2% for about a year or so. 60% of them think that it's going to wait for about 3% or more before they actually start hiking up the rate. So what does that mean? We're not used to that because we're used to the other way around, right? Well, remember that inflation erodes, it takes away buying power, period, right? So it affects how profitable mortgage bond securities are. So if they do continue, right, because we're not hitting it yet, right, as far as inflation is concerned, then it is a good thing for the Feds to increase the hike or hike the rates because we have to protect the mortgage bond securities. Well, what does that mean in all actuality? As we all know, rates are still phenomenally low, but we have gotten spoiled with all of this information. So right now, it's just chatter. We'll see what happens when they come out with their statement tomorrow. As far as COVID-19, the University of Pittsburgh, some scientists have found the smallest biological molecule that completely and specifically neutralizes COVID-19. How long is it going to take before it gets to FDA and to the next step? We'll see. At least all these scientists are working diligently to try to find a secure. Later today, we're going to have a 20-year bond auction. So last week, the 10-year, the 30-year, kind of weak. So we'll see what happens with this 20-year bond. So if it does follow like it did last week, then mortgage bond securities may fall lower. So remember, if the mortgage bond securities go lower, that means people are investing their money in other places. So right now, we just hit below the 50-day moving average. So remember, when we're going through this roller coaster ride, we want to keep it up to the 25-day to have the gains. Right now, we're right below the 50-day moving average. So it's going to be interesting to see how rates are going to be affected. And then once we get the notes in tomorrow from the Fed. Stay safe. Any questions? 619-846-2675.